one of my dynamic personal inspirations, Miss CeCe Shabazz with me today. I'm a little bit, you know how you have a little bit just overwhelming, just can't wait to see somebody. I always feel like that, CeCe, when I run into you in the community or wherever we are, just doing certain things. But you really are moving and shaking down here in Gulfport,
Oh
Mississippi.
my goodness, sis. You know I feel the same way about you. I'm so excited about this. And I think that
Thank
you
you.
see you moving and doing your thing. And then I'm honored. I when you sent me the request, I was just like, you know what, let's do this.
Let's
Let's
do
do this. I'm
it.
so honored because I see you in your season. So
Thank you.
I'm here for it, sis. I
Thank
appreciate
you. Thank you. Look, if y'all don't know CeCe Shabazz, you can look her up on Facebook and you see all these things that she's doing, all these different organizations and groups. She is truly somebody who not only works a regular job, but she is big on making sure that people are seen as the way they want to be seen, in the light they want to be seen. And God has given her that gift. We are sorority sisters. We have been church members. But I'm gonna share a little something with y'all. So when I was 15, my first job ever was at Kmart on Pass Road in Gulfport. And y'all know what Kmart was, the Blue Light Special. Okay. And I was instantly drawn to CeCe. She was just a little bit older than me, but I was instantly drawn to her. There was only a cluster of Black females that worked there. I remember Maria McBride. I remember Sharita.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so
Right.
seeing this woman that was just on fire, dynamic, moving and shaking at 15, you have always left an impression on me. And then I went to Grace Temple and you were there. And I was like, look at my girl, she's here. And then I, went to saw that you were also a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. And I was like, this girl checks all my boxes. Like, I want to be this girl. And so as we get older and things start settling in our life and we start becoming who we truly are, and
Right.
God gave me once again this vision. I said, she gonna be on there. I'm gonna make sure she's on here because people need to know who
Listen.
you are as you move throughout this community and in so many different dynamics. Like, you are a powerhouse. You are. And
Thank
so
you,
I'm
sis.
thankful you said
Thank
yes.
you. You can she had y'all, she has me blushing on here. Or even before
Bless
that.
your
So I
way. Bless your
appreciate
way.
you.
You look good. Bless you. All right. So you ready to jump in?
I'm ready to jump in.
Let's do it head first. So, CeCe Shabazz, in 3 words, describe who you are and give us a little bit about each of those words.
Okay, so my 3 words. First of all, like I am scrappy. Like a lot of people, I think I'm scrappy. I think a lot of people don't, that's something that folks don't know about me. It's just like how you just said at a young age, just not having a lot. And I don't later
Mhm.
on get in that. Like I have learned from my mom to just be scrappy. I'm very determined, very tenacious about the things that matter to me. So when you see me
Yeah.
out there, like that is just wholeheartedly who I am. Number two is I do feel like that I am pretty compassionate. I think that like when
Mhm.
people is just like I feel Keisha, I think me and you resonate on that place.
Mhm.
Throughout our relationship is just like having intuitive about people
Yes.
emotion, and then just connecting and helping. I truly, sis, when I just say that I'm in my bag when I'm helping people,
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
where I'm at my happiest. I'm in my
Right.
happiest, and it's like, and God has given me compassion and empathy. And so when you see that about me, it is truly who I am
Right.
from my heart. And then of course, creative. God,
Yes.
like that is just like
I'm talking about give her 2 sticks, baby. It'll be something made.
right. It's just gonna be out there, like that's me. Every time I'm gonna give you a little bit of imagination and creativity. That is
Yeah.
me.
That's good. And I'm gonna tell you one time I remember we were working at Grace Temple Women's Ministry, and you said, Keisha, I'm a fire starter. I see stuff in people and I just want to light a fire in them and let
Right.
them go. And I was like, that's exactly what she does. Like she still does that.
And
So
then it's just like, and it makes me the happiest. It is the
yes,
happiest in me is just seeing, and that's what like even something like this. What if you can call me? I'm gonna be there.
I love it. Thank
There.
you. Thank you. And as we develop as women and we get
Mhm.
in and out of all of these different organizations and
Right.
different things that we move in, people look at us different, right? Like that's not me at all. What are some of the
Right.
misconceptions that you've been told about yourself by other people?
Okay. What is the first? First of all, that people do not think I say no. Keisha, I always say
I
no all the time.
hadn't heard her say no.
People think that I don't say no, but like I do
Yeah,
say no all the time. A lot of times I do believe that like, it's just years of like praying and believing that God is going to give me
right.
opportunity. So when I say yes to something, you better believe I've said no to five other things. So some people think, and because they see me,
Yeah,
they don't understand that like, I pray for these opportunities. I pray for what I call a level 10 opportunities. Like
yeah.
so those seeds or those yeses are amplified. Like just
Hmm.
like something like this, I know that they're amplified. And then the other one, people think that I'm a very like extroverted. I am not. Like I am not like yes, people, if you know me, people who know me
Know
know that
you.
I'm not extroverted at all. Like I'm a
Hmm.
little awkward, a little like I have a silly side. I'm a little shy too, and people don't know that. So it is just years of like of years of me knowing that like I have a vision, there's a purpose in me, and
Yeah,
then, like I have to get it out. And then
right.
oftentimes they see that in people. Like I feel comfortable pushing up people, but like when you see me out just doing stuff, most of the time, 9 out of 10, sis, I'm sweating bullets. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
lot more shy
Well,
than
you
people.
are truly a behind the scenes person. Like you
I
keep the
am.
engine moving. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
right.
putting you in front of people, even though you can do it, it's not
Mhm.
your like
It's
I'm
not my
gonna do it, but I won't do it.
yeah, I don't want to. It's like the life
Do
out
this.
of me.
I totally get that. And that's why I like to that's one thing I'm learning about as I'm interviewing these different women. Every woman so far has said, I'm not an extrovert. I'm like, y'all shine in the public
Exactly.
light,
Yes,
So it's you fine tune when to cut it on and when to take that break as well. So that's hey,
right.
it's all about balance, baby. It's all
It
about
is.
balance. Well, what would you say are some of your life lessons that have helped shape who you are today?
Life lessons. So one of them is like it's okay to not be okay.
Yep.
Like especially when you think about women like us, and then I think that that's why we gravitate towards one another. It's just that like I am naturally a glass half full kind of person. I
Yeah.
just do believe that if you put that there's possibilities in all things.
Yes.
But like just going through certain things in my life, I just learned that I don't have to be perfect. If like sometimes I have down days, I have sad days, I have depressed days, some days that I just don't feel like, and that is
Yeah.
okay. Like just because my faith level or who I am, and even though I am naturally a happy person, sometimes I'm not okay, and it's
That's
okay
right.
to say that,
Mm-hmm.
say
Mm-hmm.
that. And then like
Mm-hmm.
one other thing that I would say is that like you can't be on a mountain and be in the crowds too. So
I'm gonna write that down.
you cannot be on the mountains and be on the crowds too. Sometimes, like when we are called to certain places, and we have to be okay with just like stepping out of the crowd. Like
Yeah.
you are called to be an exceptional person, but you can't be leading and then want to be in the crowd with everybody else too. So,
Mm.
sometimes it can be a lonely place. Sometimes it's a hard place, a pushing place, and you're gonna see late
Yeah.
night, all that good stuff. But some of us are called to do that, and
Yep.
it and that's okay. And that's okay to
Sometimes
do.
it's a quiet place up there by yourself,
Right.
right? And it's that time for reflection. It's that time for you to even do a self-assessment. Like, what am I doing? Sometimes I have to
Exactly.
always step back and be like, why are you doing this though? Like,
Exactly.
what's driving this? So yeah, I love.
Right.
You cannot be on a mountain and in a crowd too.
You can't
Okay.
do it, sis.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That was good. That's y'all write that down now. That's a good little nugget. That's a good nugget. Okay. You feel like you are walking in your purpose. I'm hearing a lot of your spiritual push and spiritual talk.
Right.
But are you in your purpose today? And then how did you get there?
Okay, so I do believe that I do believe that I'm walking in my purpose or I'm closest to it that I have ever been.
Yeah.
Like I just
Yeah.
said too, when one of the things that I loved about this title in this season is just that like I feel like I am because everybody you have the fall, your winter,
Yes.
your summer, where like you have drying. And so I have gone through a season where I have been cultivating, planting
Mm.
sewing and all of that
Yeah.
good stuff. And
Yeah.
so now I do feel that I am stepping into the season where it's just like, you know what, I am in my bag. I am in my
Come
bag.
on.
Yes, the opportunities are opening up. I'm really clear on what I have to do. I can see what distractions are because, like, sometimes you go through season, you can't see what the distractions are.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just can't see them. And then so like, and I have seasons of that where just, like I've wasted a lot of time, worrying
Mm.
about like what other people say, being accepted, if I'm supposed to
Yep.
be doing this or doing that. And so like right now, I do believe that like, between marketplace ministry and then who I am creatively, more merging those things two together and my love for people, like how I just said, just think aspects of yourself that
Yeah.
you out your throughout your life that they keep on coming out, merging those things together. So it's not completely there yet,
Not
sis,
complete.
but
Mhm.
I'm so close. I'm so
Yeah.
close.
You're walking in it, right? Like I'm
Right, I'm
in it.
walking
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so walking towards it, yeah,
Absolutely.
walking in it in that process.
When in that season you were talking about as far as cultivating, planting those
Mhm.
seeds, and you're starting to see them sprout and
Right,
grow, and you're able to share, what God has birthed in you, that is a season of two to where you kind of have to pause and be like, whoa, like
right.
I've been working hard and I've been
I
grinding for years,
exactly
right?
for years.
See this. Like
Hmm.
it puts you in a place of just gratefulness and thankfulness, number one. And number two, being prepared. Being
Exactly.
prepared. Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
so I do think it's important. I think
mhm.
it's just like, and I think it's important for people to know that like sometimes and this was me, and we would probably end up talking about, but like for a little while too, it's just like you gotta, and I'm not as fearful as I used to be too.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you can be taking on stuff, learning and not doing anything else and all of that good stuff. But yeah, it's this season is definitely about getting our bag. I mean, like,
Yeah.
if it's no other season, sis, I'm telling you, that's why I was just so proud of you with this. And you'll see other women too. And that's why it's important to tell the stories because, like,
Yep.
right
Yep.
now, we got
Right
to go
now.
after it.
Hmm.
We got to go
Hmm.
after it. It's time. It's
I
time.
totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah. And just hoping that somebody hears something, sees something, feels something to say, I can do
Exactly.
that. She
Exactly.
inspired me to do that. Right. Right. This is the whole
Exactly.
purpose of this. This is the whole
And that's what
purpose.
it
Yeah.
is.
So how do you define success and how will you know when you get there?
Oh goodness. When I found out, I was like, oh goodness. So like it has changed for me over the years. So like a lot of times if when you say
Yeah.
pick me up for a look when you think about like my career and everything, and I just have gone through a period where I've always felt like I had to prove myself. It's just like
Hmm.
working real hard all the time. Got to get the awards and all that good stuff. But like I am, when I just say like right now, my perspective on what matters, and
Yeah.
it has changed so much, sis. It has changed so
Fast.
much. It's like at one point, just there wasn't a lot of Black women doing in the field that I was in.
Hmm.
And I just didn't have a lot of I just didn't have a lot of people. So or I had a lot of folks coming for me. I don't know
Yeah.
what to
Yeah.
say. And I feel like so
Absolutely.
many people come,
Competition.
a lot of competition
Hmm.
and everything. So it just makes you, especially when just my personality type, when I just said I have to be scrappy. So at one point success looked like all the awards and all the accolades, but that looks
Yes.
completely different for me now. I don't care.
Girl,
You
I don't
know?
care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And
Right.
when I say that I'm real like that, if I get them, I'm like, cool, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But like, it doesn't matter. Like what
Yeah.
matters to me now, Keisha, is just that I am intentional about who God has created me to be. I'm
Yeah.
intentional about like respecting the gifts that are in me, and that what I'm doing that is bringing happiness to my life.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
bringing happiness to my life, and that I'm truly walking in the calling of serving the people that I've been called to serve. I just
Right.
like
Right.
that is success for me, that I'm just happy doing what I have to do, and that and it's on my own terms and nobody else's.
I feel like that comes with age too, don't you, CeCe? Like
It does.
20s is gonna be totally different than your 40s and 50s, right? Like so
Oh, yes.
20s success, I want the acknowledgement
Mhm.
from peers. I want you to see, you don't see me doing good, you don't nobody
Exactly. You gotta
don't need
see
to
it.
hear it.
Uh-huh. You gotta see it like,
Yep.
yes, social
Hmm.
media and all that good stuff. I'm like, child,
Yeah.
especially in
Yeah.
advertising, it's like I know what that is. It's
Yeah.
like now, yeah. But with
Hmm.
age, and I do agree, age and life lessons and all that good
Yeah.
stuff, just being like how you just said, when you get into a certain season, it's asking yourself, having real conversations with yourself, figuring out like what it is that makes you happy, where you want to go, like,
Yeah.
not letting that place be determined by the folks around you, but like
Mhm.
literally looking at who you are and asking yourself, are you being true to that woman? You
Girl.
you have to.
Yes.
Yes. It's
100%. Am
yes.
I being true to this woman? What do you want your outcome to be? And am
Right.
I being true to her? Am I giving her my best? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're and like just with things and because I've been watching you move and shake. Like she talking about us that she's interviewing, but like again, it's just like at some point, it's just like, you know what? It's being inspired enough to move. And to me, just again, just betting on yourself.
Yeah. Why
And
not you?
yeah, it's
Why
betting
not
on
you?
yourself.
Yeah.
That to me right there, that's success. That's
Hmm.
success to
Setting
me.
it in motion, girl. We getting it
Right.
together. And,
Right.
and and showing these other younger ones what can be
Yes.
done. And I hope they
Right.
supersede what we've done, right? Like that's
Exactly.
always my biggest thing. I'm kind of in the same category. I would be like, man, where are the awards?
Right.
That one got nominated and I didn't get nominated.
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
and then I got to a point to where, in which I think whoever creates these awards platforms, kudos to you, congratulations, and thank you for celebrating other women. But also, you got to get to the point to where, why do you need that? Is that gonna
Exactly.
make you work harder? Absolutely not.
Exactly.
It's that internal drive. That switch cuts on. It cut on for me when I turned 45, and then
Exactly.
I was just like, "You're gonna be 50 soon. It don't
Exactly.
matter if they cheering for you. You better cheer for yourself."
Exactly. By that time, we can build our own tables. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this stuff,
Because
girl.
we come from an age of before all of this, before cell
Exactly.
phones, before social media, before
Right.
it was so easy. Me and Ronnie just had this conversation. I said, "You remember how hard people had to work to become an artist, like a true
Mhm.
artist?
A true
They had to
artist.
go to these places, put in their seat, not even CDs,
Exactly.
tape,
They take. They don't
put
know
in
nothing about
their
that.
tapes, hope they're right, hope sitting there hoping they call their name just to be seen. And now I can upload it to social media and boom,
It
300
blows
million views.
up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So
Exactly.
we come from a place of work, right? Like
Yeah, you gotta get it. Like when you're
yeah,
talking about getting it out the mud, and that's what I
yeah.
just said at some point too. It's just that we know it. We know how to get it out the mud,
We
and that's
know.
just how like at this point. And then like too, when you get trapped in that cycle because it did. Because when I think about like in that times where I was like the most award winning.
Mm-hmm.
It had its glory. Now it was good to me for my career. Some of it I had to do for
Yeah.
just PR and all that good stuff. But like I also was in a very unhealthy place.
Yes.
My weight was crazy. I wasn't sleeping,
Yeah.
working like a
Yeah.
crazy woman just to
Mm-hmm.
get like to for what? To somebody.
Grinding to be seen. Yeah.
Exactly. And at some
Mm-hmm.
point, like it's like we said, it's good, but like you gotta
Mm-hmm.
do it for the right reason. If it comes, it comes, but don't let it stop you.
Don't let it.
Don't
Oh, yeah.
stop
Let it drive you. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. So I know that you are spiritually led. I know that you have a really good relationship with God. And so, how do you feel like that relationship with God has powered you to be who you are today?
Okay, that is a fantastic question. So I'll tell you, sis, I think like the first when you think of the first time that I really connected to God is just like in Genesis at the very beginning, he told us that
Hmm.
he created. And so like in that who I have been a creative for as long as as the littlest version of CeCe that I can remember, she was creating. And so
Yeah.
I connected with the Father because he was a creative too. So I
Yeah.
just knew that, like, it was aspect of him that he truly lived inside of me, because that was something that came out of me at every step. It's just like, that my father had created me to be a creative.
Mm.
And that is how he was going to, and that was how he was going to present me to the world. So
Yeah.
that was at the very beginning. And then, like, just overall, just the principles of just the overall principles that I've been able to learn through him. It's just like he taught me how to be a leader just through
Mm-hmm.
so taught me how to heal my heart, of some of the
Mm-hmm.
hurts and disappointments I have. Like, put, like, literally what I said, his shelter over me is love. It's just like my overall faith. I tell you, just because I am a compassionate person, it's just like through my faith, he has helped me amplify that, giving me discernment,
Yep.
helping me to see things as they should be, keeping me motivated, keep pressing me on. So, like, I who I am in Christ.
Yeah.
Just like, again, it's just like, I know that I have been called to ministry. We know, me and you have talked about this over and over again, and sometimes it manifests itself in different ways. But, like, I tell you, I really feel that I am absolutely nothing. I tell people every time I'm God's biggest cheerleader.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, and
Yep.
that, like, and he is that for me too.
Absolutely. Girl, come on. Drive it home. Drive it home, sis. Because when you truly make that connection with
Right,
realizing who he is and your purpose, and
right,
knowing that everything, even the no's, even the closed doors, was
right,
driving you to where you are today. And
right.
so that is woo, mind blowing sometimes.
It
So,
is.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is. We're
And,
nothing
and, and,
without
and
him.
I'm glad CC is who she is.
We have, like, and we know it's just like, those times it's just like, you can't, like, all that time in church, like, if you think about it, like, leading and services, it
Yeah,
creates, you think about community service and who we are in Christ, and it turns you into a servant leader. It just
servant.
learn
Yeah,
how, like, a servant leader, and that's a whole different kind of a leadership. And I know the principles that I have learned through the biblical teaching is something that I pulled in every aspect of my life, and I know that it's carried me.
yeah.
Yeah,
And,
so
and there's not a place of leadership that you've had, like you said, with the foundation not being laid within a leadership role at a church,
that's
or
right.
so
Right.
they go hand in hand.
Right.
Jesus was the ultimate leader, so
That's right.
everything that he showed, you can definitely look and see it. His leadership skills, and you can get a few things from there. Yeah, so that's good. That is so
Uh,
good. Um, how did you grow up? Talk about your upbringing. I know you have wonderful parents.
I do. They so cute. I know that my mama, hey mama, hey mama. She gonna, like, what you gonna say on here, girl? But anyways, I am from the Detroit, Michigan. And a lot of people don't know that. Like, I have been down in the South long enough to develop a twang. So I say,
Yes, you have it. You got it,
well,
girl.
I got it. Child, when I call home, they just like, like, what have they done to you? What's wrong with you? But I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. Like, my family, we don't have like a big family and
Mhm,
things of that nature. In Detroit, especially, my parents were really, really young when they had
mhm.
me. So I came from young parents. Like, I was like, my mom would even tell you that I was raising them, for most of my
Yeah,
childhood, just because they were young. And so, like, Detroit was a hard, like, no, now fundamentally my childhood was pretty hard. It came with a lot of just a lot of happy times and hard
yeah,
times,
yeah,
because
yeah,
our family somewhat was dysfunctional. It's like some of my family was dysfunctional, the other half, had it together and all that good stuff. So, but there was a lot of hard times. So,
mm.
I know that, like, in Christ, one of the reasons why I love him so much, is because he did heal my heart from just things that happened to me when I was younger.
That's right.
So, I know that later on in life, like, maybe we did or military family, so that was good and bad. So like military family,
About you.
yeah, yeah, we were military family. So we did move. I've lived in a few different places. We traveled a lot growing up. So I'm always a new girl. So a lot of times like I couldn't be as shy and
Oh, so you had to get in there and make
yes,
people.
I
Uh-huh.
had to get in there, sis. I had to get in there and learn how to make friends and everything. I
Yeah.
have the only in the school and all that good stuff. So we've lived all over the place. And like this was our last stop. But like I did came up with a lot of we're the only people really in Mississippi from my family. Like from my mom, my parents, we're it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're it. Other than that, like everybody else's extended family, like my from my husband and all that good
Yeah.
stuff. So, yeah, so it's not a huge family, but I grew up with a lot of women. Mainly the women in my family, they did not like push me to be just the they didn't push me to be just like the ad, like you got to be in the kitchen. Like my mom was putting me in art school, or you don't have to do like didn't push me to gender roles. Like
So,
at
and
some point,
seeing these skills in you and
right.
trying to help you form those. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
And
good.
so that's the women in my family. They just did not push me into gender roles. Now I did have to I think that I was the oldest grandchild, the first
Mhm.
child in the family and all that good stuff. So I did have a lot of responsibility growing up.
Yeah.
I remember that I had a lot of responsibility, but like I do feel like that created Detroit in my upbringing and just some of the things that I have gone through for my life has made me, when I said that word scrappy, that's where
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Oftentimes people see that one side, that joy is in my heart. That's what comes from Christ. And it was like through Christ is like where I got the healing of just some foundational things that have happened in
Yeah.
my life that needed to. But I'm really grateful for my mom. My mom is my spiritual leader. Um
Yeah.
that's a strong woman right
She
there,
sure
girl.
is,
Bad.
baby.
You're
You
bad,
right across from
Don.
this.
You're bad.
That's
She's
right. You
bad. When
right
I
across from
say
this baby.
scrappy, yes. No, when I write that like that, Keisha, my mom is a bad girl.
She is. She
A
really
bad
is.
girl.
And she
Yes.
doesn't, when you meet her though, she is
Mm-hmm.
so meek, so
Yes,
humble. But
honey.
you instantly know you dealing with a powerhouse.
Oh, she a
Because
powerhouse
I
for
remember just
sure.
she, I within 4 or 5 seconds, I knew.
Exactly. Exactly. Don don't play. You
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah,
And so like, and it has been out of her sight. My mom has been like over her, and one day she'll tell her own story and I won't take that from her. But like, she has just been very resilient, and just seeing her push through some things, and then like the love of my dad, Aaron, like I haven't forgotten about you and all that good stuff. Like just but her walk and seeing some of the things that she has had to, she had to grow up really she had to grow
quick.
up really quick. Mama had
Hmm.
to grow up really quick, and I just thank God for her. It
Yeah,
is she has made me, just seeing some of the things that she has walked through and have done in her life has really shaped who I am as a woman. It's given me that scrappiness.
that's good. That's
Right.
good. And what I love and what I'm hearing you say is even as her daughter, she shared that with you. So
Yes.
not just the pain, but the resilience, the
Yes.
perseverance part. Like that's
Right.
important. Yeah, for parents who have had a hard life, we need to know those stories as your children, as
Right.
your daughters, because we need to know that that's in me too. Right? So yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
And
I
she was
totally.
very good with and that is I thank her for that. So like again,
Mhm.
it's just like growing up and all that good stuff. And it wasn't all bad fundamentally, but like
Right.
in life and all that good stuff. I know that it is from, some of those harder times when I was younger. Is just like again the compassion, it compounds the compassion that I have.
That's
It
good.
compounds that creativity that I have. Like, and I still draw from those things. And I'm grateful for those days, and I'm grateful for the scrappiness, for the up and
Yeah.
down parts of all of it. Yeah, it really has helped shape who I am
Hmm.
today.
Hmm. Hmm. That's a beautiful thing, CeCe. You know, I think a lot of times when we look at our adulthood, we gotta pay homage to that little girl too,
Right,
because that little girl is the one that we try to feed sometimes so much,
right,
but we don't even
exactly.
realize that that
Right,
part of my
sis.
life is over. So I don't have to keep revisiting. And you keep saying scrappy. I always say thrifty. It's something about growing up and not having. You gonna make a way.
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna find
know.
a way.
Exactly. And that's like, and I think
Yeah,
too that like having that thrifty is a good thing too, because like it does, it just like at the end of the day, you are going to, like you said, you're gonna find a way. And so I'm
find a way.
grateful for that. Like I'm grateful for that part of our life
Yeah,
that like
yeah. I didn't enjoy it when I was going through it, but look
exactly,
at me now.
exactly,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. That's great, girl. So, what about your amazing husband, Gabe? Because we all, when you see
Oh,
CC, you know Gabe. You know, like
honey
y'all
bunny,
have such a beautiful relationship and love. You know, so how long have y'all been married?
we have been married for 25
Wow,
years.
CC.
Yes, 25 years. Can you believe it? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Golly,
yeah. That's
25 years.
you. You only 28, so I don't know
Say
how
that again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know.
y'all met in the hospital, right?
Right.
So when did y'all meet? What's y'all's love story?
Listen. I used to work in high school. Like one of his cousins was his cousin Craig is my first friend. Like him
Hi,
and his
Craig.
like yeah, Craig. One of my first friends when we moved down here, we were in base housing. My parents got transferred over here within the military. So like I through Craig is how I met Gabe and Honey. You
Can't
know,
shake them.
couldn't shake him. Like, I mean, like I tell you, and he know it. You know it.
Yeah, he know
I used
it.
to work for. I used to work at Burger King in the drive-through, and I remember him driving through the drive-through window, him and his girlfriend, and he was.
Not girlfriend.
Yeah, and he did. He drove.
Well,
Uh,
people
Burger
know what they like.
but then after that, like we locked eyes and all that good stuff. And then and he like again, he's never been like anything disrespectful. He just like, you gonna be my friend. And then from that, like I like this boy has off like I want to say like almost for maybe 5 or 6 years after that. We were just friends off and on,
That's good.
through a friends for a long time, through high school and through college and all that good stuff. And then I just tell you, he was always my friend, but like one day just like had been there for me, girl. Just had
Mhm.
been there as a friend. And then just one day, like God, like I looked at him.
You looked at them different.
I
Mhm.
looked at yeah, and I like and this man had just been here all this time, like just had been there,
Yeah.
helped me through college.
Oh,
Anytime that I needed stuff, anytime I needed him, he was just there as a friend. Never pushed himself, never disrespectful. He
oh,
was very,
good.
like he was an Urkel child, like told me he just pretty much wore me down. But I don't know. Like one day I just looked at him and I just I saw him. I
Yeah,
saw him.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
saw him. I saw who he was going to be in my life, and that like he had been. And it did not matter if I was fat or skinny. He did
yep,
not matter if I was breaking out. None of that stuff. This man was here for me, and he had
yep,
my back. Yeah,
yep.
that's my
That's
boy.
that friendship y'all develop. That true love. You know, Bobby Brown had a
Yes, met
song
up in the
called
Burger
Tenderoni.
King.
And the tenderoni and your girl is so sweet. Come on, Gabe. All right.
He's the best. He's good. That's my boy.
And
He's
he is, I was just gonna say, and y'all still have that friendship. Like
yes, my
when
best
people see
friend.
y'all and they're around you, it's like a girlfriend boyfriend. It's
Yes, he is
I have never seen y'all look at each other like he get on my nerves. So that's good though. People need to see love, long lasting love. But what are some
Yes,
of your challenges of being a wife? Because sometimes they can have
yes, like it is now. Like that's what I just said. 30 years have not, it's like nothing's ever screwed. It's just like I tell keep couples all the time. It's just like every few years you are growing into somebody new.
Yeah,
Like
you are.
oh yeah, you're exposed. He's exposed to other things. I'm exposed to other things, and so like every few years you have to learn how to redate your spouse.
Come
So
on.
like, yeah, you have to, and just so like that is something that throughout the years it's just like like you'll have your ups and downs. It's like, but we have learned that like every few years that we have to. It's like these are the changes you're going through. These are the changes I'm going through, and we need to talk about it, and then learn
Hmm.
how to not take each other for granted and
That's
how
right.
to date each other. And so like that has been like a really big success for us. Is just like making sure that we understand how to have hard conversations too, because you can't like again it's just like this is somebody that I want to be his forever. He needs to be mine too. It's
Mm.
not right if I'm holding information and he's not, especially
Right.
when you're two two different things. I know I'm very corporate girly, and he's, like Gabe is like, he's hand on manly man,
He is. Right.
yeah, he wants to
Out
be
there
that.
pulling engines out of the car and stuff. Yep.
Exactly. He that part. Like, like, ooh, I don't want to get my hands dirty. Like, he's like, I don't want to go to this networking meeting. So, like, so it's times like that where we have to learn how to compromise, and so that we can make sure that we're staying connected, and that we're growing with each other, because we like, I think for us, being so opposite does help, because of the
Yes.
conversations that we end up having at home. So that has been, like, I think, a challenge, just because too, like, he is very chill, and I do sometimes for a little while. I want to go, 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 go. And he's like, look, now,
Mm.
do you have to do this? Like, so that no season really is the Gabe season. When I just say all the no's, that's Gabriel Shabazz.
You I like how though you took that and you received that instead of
Yeah,
saying you trying to stop me from, that's I I really feel like in a good partnership, in a good marriage, you guys, we got to start moving as one. And
exactly.
in those first years of the struggle years of what I'm gonna give, what I'm gonna take, what I'm not going, like, but once
Exactly.
you start moving as one, your spouse can say anything to you and you
Right.
not feel attacked or
Exactly.
like you're not on my side, you're not backing me. So yeah, I that's what I see y'all as, like this perfect dance.
And that's what he does. He does balance me. He tells me when I'm like, he is the person, because you'll have moments, especially when you are pretty driven and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah,
You're driven, where you do need somebody who, like, they'll see when you're tired. Like, he will
yep,
tell me, like, listen, you are tired. Go sit down
yep.
somewhere. No,
Ooh,
you're not gonna go to this. Go rest. Put your feet,
ooh,
like, he will tell me that. He's very much supportive. He's like, is not a demanding man, but I do like that. Like, and I have to be in my soft girl era with him,
yes,
in my feminine. I allow myself to be in my feminine energy with him. It's
good,
just,
good.
and that is just like how he balances me. And especially if we're driven women, uh,
Yeah,
like, and you're used to leading and things of that nature, and corporate girlies and all that good stuff, you do have to know how to. When I get to my house, I sit in my car for a little bit to make sure that I'm taking off that day before I get into the house. Now, sometimes I have clients and stuff, but even too, if he see me taking on too many extra clients, he just like, do you need to take that?
mm.
Or he checks me.
That sounding board.
Yeah, he
Right,
is. He's a
right.
sounding board, and I appreciate him for that.
Yeah,
And then, like, learning how to. And my challenge with that is it's just not taking it for granted.
right.
And then when I am checking myself real quick, that I'm not taking his support and who he is for
Yeah,
granted, because he does not, he never deserves that from me. So
right,
that is something that
right.
I have to just make sure is just that he'll let me go, like, because he has always been supportive of me being driven. He has been my biggest cheerleader. He has stood in
Mm-hmm.
where I knew he was uncomfortable in, just because he wants me to shine. But, like,
Yeah.
I can't, like, monitor challenges me to know, like, when he says no, I just like,
Gotta
yes,
receive that. Yeah. Because
no.
I know I could be damaging us.
Exactly,
That's right.
exactly.
That's
So,
right.
like, when he says no, I'd be like, you know what? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I guess I'll try something else the next time.
exactly. I'm like, okay, because he don't say no, but so when he do, I like,
Yeah.
and then, like,
Yeah.
let me. And I'll add this, because this was the other one. This was like, because I thought about this too. Like, this just because you know me a little bit. You know us for a long time, but, like,
Yeah.
I know that one of the other challenges, and this might be just for some couples, that, like, me and Gabe do not have kids, and I was not completely by it was not, some part of it was just like, I did not, at one part of my life, I really did not want to. And I had a point where, like, we went back and forth. Gabriel is very much like all the kids, like, y'all, if y'all came over here, we have like a 1 million water guns, because he having water gun fights with the
They're the
kids.
aunties and uncles of
Yeah.
the community.
I know for us, not having children, because it just was not in the cards for us. And that's like, that was just like, again, I think that was the worst part of our marriage. Like, I think at
Okay.
that point I didn't even and we've given this testimony before, it's just like, I didn't even know if we were going to make it, like, trying to
Yeah.
work ourselves to come to this place with kids and all that good stuff. So that happened, like, maybe like in our late maybe late 20s, early 30s, just
Yeah.
trying to figure out like,
Kind of settle
like,
into that decision. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And then like,
Hmm.
at some point I remember it was women at the church was getting on me because I did not give my husband,
That's so
like
sad. That's
yes,
so
like
sad.
I mean like I remember somebody coming up to me and just telling me like, rebuking me because I had not had
You see, I
children.
know you lying.
Oh girl, and yes
But you
indeed.
know, that's a whole nother show. That's what we mean
Yes.
by church hurt. If people watching this is what we
Yes.
mean by church hurt. You pushing
Right.
and rebuking me to my
Right.
husband.
Just like because I know that there are some people out there that it was like that was huge. Like for us, a lot of couples that is was the thing that kept their marriage together.
Yeah.
Kids,
Yeah.
or that is what connected them to other couples. So like when we were coming up, like we didn't have that because like at one point, our marriage and our commitment to each other was more important than like us going through whatever it needed to take to have kids. And at some point
Hmm.
we're like, you know what, this is stressing us out, because we
Stressing us.
want to go through, try to get the medication and all that good stuff. And it really put a strain
Yeah.
on our marriage. And so
Yeah.
that was a huge challenge, but it ended up turning into a blessing because we created legacy other ways.
Yeah.
Like I have babies. We got babies
You got
all
babies.
over the place,
Hmm.
honey. We
Hmm.
got babies
Hmm.
all over the place. And
God
so
mama time 30. Yeah. God.
exactly, exactly. And so like, I thank God for that and that like, that we were able to come through that.
Yeah, I thank God for the peace that He was able to give y'all about it,
Right.
right? And not allowing other people and their misconceptions of what a marriage should
Exactly.
be, because
Exactly.
a lot of times, as soon as when you get married, when y'all having kids, when you gonna have another one, when what you gonna do?
Exactly.
I'm like, God, leave people alone.
Girl, it was a thing like I cannot tell you how much how much I was attacked by not having
That's
kids. I
sad.
cannot tell you. And then I think that like what I really love is just that like then at some point he was just like, this is not worth it. At the end of the day, I want you. And I
I
was
don't
like,
want to lose you.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah. Hmm.
let's
Yeah.
go. Thank you.
And because the marriage is between you two. So I
Right,
thank God
right,
y'all were able to push through that and get rid of the naysayers. So that's
right.
a blessing. It's a blessing. And so as you were growing up, I know you had your mother and your father, but did you ever really see any healthy marriages beside them? Like was that something you saw growing
Yes. So I
good?
did like, there were other couples like, but they taught me how to like they taught us how to have like, fun and being
That's
a
good.
Christian family and still having fun and things of that nature. And so I love that, and we end up even for having find some other couples who like who didn't even have kids too, but still was having a healthy relationship. So
Yeah.
like to me, having those examples in our life really
Hmm.
helped me, really helped
Yeah.
us.
I gotta know. It's good to put a face to something. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So I
right,
might I don't every couple won't have children.
right,
And like everything looks different, but if it's working for you two and you guys are a joint union and not adding extra people in there, then
exactly,
I think we need to leave people alone. We need to let
exactly.
people do. But that's hey, seeing an example of what it could look like is a start for a lot of people, and
And
that's definitely for marriages. Yeah.
and it really helped us, and that's why I like it was something that I normally don't bring up, but like just seeing other couples have successful women have successful marriages
Mhm.
without like and that maybe from whatever reason they didn't have
Yeah.
that really blessed us. And then like it healed us, and then we were able to just
Good.
move on and get on with our lives.
Good.
Mhm.
Good. And so you have been able to, and we danced a little bit, so I want to come back to it. You danced a little bit about your profession. So tell the people, what exactly do you do for a living? And what's your driving force behind your career?
I am a creative director. I started off with the degree of graphic communication and advertising. I love business, y'all. I'm a right left brain girly, so I love business and I love creativity. And there was a movie, I'm about to tell my age now. It's a movie called Boomerang with
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was like, Lord, I'm about to tell my age. But
That
it was
was
a
the hey, that movie had
look,
everybody wanting to be in advertising.
exactly. When I grew up, like I knew that I had this artistic ability and
Mhm.
everything, and then but I never it was that career. Advertising was never brought up to me as an option. Like,
Really?
I didn't never, not
Mhm,
a
mhm.
counselor, nobody has ever
Yeah.
said, there was graphic design, there's advertising, there's creative director. Never was it brought up until I saw that movie. And I remember going to college and not knowing what I wanted to do until I saw that movie. And then I was like, whatever that is, that's what I want to do. That's what I
I
want
want
to
to
do.
wear the suits. I want to
Like,
drive
right?
cars.
I want to make some
I
commercials.
want to make commercials. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. Yeah. Art imitates life. So
Right. So
it's
like it was such good stuff. So like that's what I do is just like so for over years what a creative director is not just a graphic designer, even though that was like CC 1.0, y'all.
she
God, that was
4.0 now.
right. Can you say it again for the people in the back? See that? No, but like again, I do like it's right and left brain. So everything, brand strategy, that is like everything from what your tone of voice is, who your target audience is, how your business is going to be reflected visually through messaging, through commercials, soup to nuts. That is
I
like
love that.
that is my wheelhouse. That is my wheelhouse and connecting businesses and professionals to the people that they call to serve.
Man, so hey, we have a lot of people, including myself, just trying to figure this thing out and navigate. So
Right.
you help with all of that?
All of that, I do all of that. Like I have done. People do not realize how much of the coast has had these hands on them, like branding wise. Like I've done major projects and touched major brands all through the coast. You probably have seen my work all over the place and didn't even know
Didn't
it
even
was
know. Didn't
right.
even know it was a Shabazz on there.
But it's been a
No,
good, it's
that's
been good.
good. And how long you been in the field?
I have been in the field, oh man, like over 20, maybe over 25 years now.
So
Mhm.
it's okay. So you,
Yes.
as long as
Like
you've been
literally,
married to gay, you've been
yes,
married
like
to gay.
literally, I came out of college. I was just like, came out of college, got my first job at an advertising agency, a Power Lines advertising agency, and then got married and like the same within the same year. And I have
Hey,
been blessed to work in my field this whole entire time.
has it been a field that's like easy to break into? Or do you feel like you've had to like tear down some ceilings, some walls, some doors?
All of that good stuff. And so
Okay.
like I'm grateful for the Mississippi Gulf Coast because like after I had I've worked very hard and
Hmm.
I've been fortunate to have some to work for some to have some great clients and great opportunities, but it has been hard. There's really not a lot of African American women leaders in this field, especially in the South. Like for a
Okay. Okay.
long time, I was like the only one. the,
Really?
yeah, for
Okay.
the only one for a very long time. But like now you see this emergent of more brown girls and
Yeah.
so like one of the reasons why I really started speaking in the first place, and y'all, I was terrified, was
Hmm.
just that like my first instance was just because I wasted a lot of time in college with my first fundamental years because I didn't hear anything about the industry, heard
Hmm.
nothing
Hmm.
about it. Like it was not even presented to me as an opportunity. Even
Mm.
going to school, I was the only
Wow.
black person in that I was the only black person in that degree until like my senior year. And
What
then
about
after
women?
honey,
What? So you breaking through two barriers. Okay.
right, yes,
Okay.
we just did not exist. Now it's a lot better. It's better now, but like at that time, you just did not have black women
Wow.
who were doing in this field. So uh, I've been grateful for all the success that I've had, and I've been grateful for the love that the coast has given me. Like they really have had my back and given me opportunities, but I've had to work really hard, and it has not always been easy. Um, it has been competition.
Yeah. Well, they'll pin you up against people.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
right. Like, so your career
Yeah.
will pin you up against it because it
Yes,
is
it
an
will.
award winning.
It is. That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
like if you
Yeah.
gotta show, you have to show what you are and what you can do.
Hmm.
So it really is. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Good.
I would not trade it for anything. I
It's your
love.
passion.
Yeah, it is sis. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. It is my passion.
Hmm.
It is my
Hmm.
passion.
Not
Connect.
saying I'm gonna work for free, but I enjoy
Right.
I enjoy doing what I do. Yes. Okay, so we could not be the women that we are without experiencing some type of loss. So what would you say is one of the most difficult loss you've experienced, and how'd you grow from it and grow through it? Yeah.
Oh goodness. And 2019, and people will know that if anybody time they see me, it's just like I lost my brother, my little brother, John Lester Stanberry, to type 1 diabetes. And I tell you, y'all, like when I just
Mm,
said that, like that was a pivotal. I was already in a very transitional stage anyway. Like, and it when I just say when this happened, um, it broke me down to a place that I didn't even know that I could get to. It's
yeah.
just like, it came on so suddenly. My brother was dealing with uh diabetes like since he was 3 years old.
Oh,
And
so
I
he had it as a baby, a young
as a
kid. Okay.
baby, as the
Okay.
baby, he had it as a baby. And so like John was always fighting with just wanting to be regular. And
Yep.
he just wanted to be a normal kid. But like I
Normal.
tell you, but I tell you, it's just that like losing him and it came on so suddenly. We knew that things were happening. Um, it just came when I said that it was like one day we heard something from the doctors, and within a few months, girl, like
I'm with you. I'm
yeah,
with
I
you.
just tell you
Yeah.
that like that was a hurt. Like at that point in my adult life, I had never really truly lost anybody that close to me.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah. Yeah.
never lost anybody that close to me. And then it broke me down to and then like having to carry my parents through that. Because like,
Yes.
my brother collapsed in their arms. So, yeah, so having to carry my parents through that, my brother, I was there with my mom, I was in the
Had
green
him.
room with him. Yes, like that was like my baby. So like a
Yes.
lot of like John was like, I helped raise that boy,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
So like he was just not like that was not just my little brother. He was very, I was
I was
very
hands on with him.
except Corey's hands
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all just see him, but like again, that time in my life, I had like having to be very, very strong to
Hmm.
take my parents through this, having the time like to make tough decisions in the
Yeah.
hospital because my
Yeah.
parents couldn't and
Couldn't
all that
do it.
stuff. They could not do it. Having to then, get them through the funeral and all that good stuff. After that, I was like, oh my
Now
goodness.
I can fall apart.
Now I
Yeah.
have to now I have to fall apart. And then like at that time I had never been that sad before. I had
Never.
never felt
Yeah.
that level of
Yeah.
hurt before in my life.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so like it was like it just sat on it, like going from everything from like a sense of PTSD to like anxiety. And I just child, like I never had, I did not think that I could make it outside of that
No.
and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. And so like I know that like during that time, it's just like having people to talk to. I remember at
Yeah.
some point even, getting different people that I could talk to. It's just like when I just say that it was okay for me not to be okay because people were so used to me being the strong person, like being the pillar in my family,
Yes.
the strongest link in the chain and all that good stuff. And just like at that time, I had to just tell the people around me that I am not okay.
I'm not.
I'm not okay. This is
Leave
tearing
me
me up.
alone. Yeah. You stop expecting me to be okay.
Yes, I was like,
What
I am
happened?
not okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everything making me cry.
Yeah.
I listen to a song like it is
Yeah.
breaking.
Oh my God. There's certain songs I still can't
Yes.
listen to. I'm not.
Yeah, you still can't listen to them because you like them. And that was one of the things that we did. Like I just remember too having moments,
Music.
like when it comes like to grief is a cycle. It's
Yep.
never ever going to go away. It is something that is going to come in like a wave out of nowhere. So
Yes.
like during that time, I had to learn how to accept the emotion, accept the feelings that I was having, but I
Don't
couldn't
fight
live
it.
with it. right?
Yep.
I
I
do
tell
not
people
believe.
don't fight it. And they
Right.
be like, but I'm tired of crying. Well, maybe you just needed to cry one more time. Just one
And
more
one more time. That's right.
time.
And so like
Yeah.
that's what I did, like just continue to go to the point I talked it out, leaned very much on my faith. Me and my mom would just have times where we just pray, but we also made sure that we celebrated. So we allowed
Yeah.
allowed the grief to come, allowed
Mhm.
myself to feel him, allowed myself to miss him because like this was it was okay for me to miss him. It was
Yeah.
okay for me to miss
Yeah.
him. And
Yeah.
then but then make sure that I had celebratory moments that I could bring in during
Yeah.
that. But
So remember the good times, and
yeah,
just remember his spirit. And John has two kids, right?
yes.
So you
He
get to love on them.
oh my gosh. And
Child, I know.
they're the cute, ooh, they just like they the best of him. So that's like sometimes when I remember during that time like being like you had to, but like when I just say that they are the best of
Yeah.
the best of him and all that good stuff. And we get to love on them babies and all that good stuff. But like it is John Mulaney and Trey. So
Oh,
yeah, so like they are the best of him, but like
right.
that was just like going through those things. And then like everybody, when we just talk about these different seasons, that season I think that I had to go through it because before that, remember I was telling you that I'm just very much a half glass half full kind of
Yep.
person. And
Yep.
for most of all my seasons would go through like honestly my seasons would be like the fall spring summer, like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
would go
Yeah.
those seasons. But that was a very winter thing. I went through from loss to
Mm.
loss to loss to loss, like from John to Tam, like we know Tam and everything, stuff with my career, like all these changes. When I said that it came in like a wrecking ball,
Yes,
trying to
ma'am.
break me
Yes, ma'am.
down, like
Yes,
it just
ma'am.
it came over and over and over. And I remember like, feeling that I was gonna drown and having to be strong during that time. And so like that was like that was just a winter that I had to, but then like again during that season too, it helped me figure out what I was made of because
Come on.
then like I did not even know I did not know what I was truly made of. I did not understand the fight that I had in me. And then
Yes.
during that time, because so many things were just coming up, I had to, it was a different version of CeCe that came out. And then when you were talking about like those moments in your life where you just like, this does not matter and
Yep.
does not matter and that does not matter, honey. When I just said that, like that broke some things in me, that made me better. It really
Yeah.
did.
I
It
start
really
taking stuff off and put, like you said, put
exactly,
it in. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore.
exactly.
This doesn't matter anymore. It really, when you said that, I lost three really good girlfriends and then my brother within 2 years
Right,
of each other. And it was just like death, 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 death. And I was like,
right.
and I had even started questioning, am I getting ready to die? Like, is my time coming up? You
Yes,
can't help but
it
think that.
is. Right.
Like,
Like to have all that back to back like that.
hmm hmm and then it does something to you mentally. But if you are not connected to God, it will
Right.
break you. It will
Exactly.
break you. Even if you are connected, it'll still break you.
Still
But at
breaking. That's
least you
right.
hear him one day say, it's gonna get a little better every day. It's gonna get a
Right.
little better every day.
Right.
Every day is gonna get a little better. And you just like, I don't believe it, but every day. And I remember telling God, I cannot take this pain anymore. I'm finna get this to you. I
Exactly.
gotta get this to you
I
because
gotta
I'm
give
finna
it to
lose my
you.
mind. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. I remember us talking about it. Like, just
yeah.
having a moment where it was the same thing. It's just like you just gotta, it was just too much. It was
Too
just
much. The pain
like
is too much. And I
too
need you to take it, God, so I can start living again. I want to start living again.
much.
I want to start whatever that normal is going to be after this. I'm
Yeah,
ready. I'm ready. Yeah.
exactly.
So it's life, y'all, and I'm telling you, if CC can inspire you, if I can inspire you, but the relationship piece that you're gonna have with God will supersede any relationship
Mhm.
you'll ever have. And
Right.
learning how to love God allows you to learn how to love people. It,
Exactly.
it really does.
It really does.
And I'm Thank you for allowing me to
But
come
I
in here and do it.
Yes, but like but it's true. It is
Yeah,
true. It'll make you, I mean, but it does, it does like having those conversations. Because like how you just said, the things that you end up questioning, the conversations that you had, like those were too, I think some of like even the deepest conversations I even had with God, because it was like at this point, it's just like, Father, we were praying for this, we were praying for healing. You said, why? He this age, what are we doing here? Like, how am I
yeah,
supposed to act here? How am I supposed to
yeah,
see you? How am I
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to like? But it does. It just like it does it tests your relationship with him,
Hmm.
but then it also grows it.
It
And so
grows.
like I tell you, the way that he was able to kind of like again heal the heart and
Yeah.
whew,
Mhm.
yeah.
I know. I know. We can go deep, 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 but we're gonna be
I
here for
know. I
9 hours.
know. That's why I just
It
said we
is definitely it's just a process. That's all I can tell people is
did.
it's just a process, and you gotta go through and feel every single
You
thing. You
do.
have to. You
You
have
gotta
to.
feel it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do. And be
So
okay.
in this season,
Okay.
right? I know that you're, doing all these amazing things, but what are you working on in this season? Um, what are you striving to do to be better at?
On this season, I tell you, I just like, like everybody, and you talking, I think that one of the things that we talked about at one point too is just like things like your podcast. It is like in this season, I am not about like, I'm about implementation, like over implementation, over explanation. I am not trying to. I know that there are some things that I was called to do. I know that there is a another kind of business that is in me.
Mm,
Doesn't mean that you got to get rid of your 8 to 5, but like some of us, that there's something else that's in you that you got to get out of you. So that is the season that I'm in. I'm in a season of implementing those things that God, I know that I'm supposed to be doing.
yeah, yeah,
Gonna
yeah.
be launching at the beginning of the year. So I'm really excited about it. But
Good.
like a lot of them, and I'm just talking to some of like this is the marketplace ministry. There's some of you who are called to, that like right now we got to create residual income. We have to like right now, like visibility when we talk about branding and everything. It's just like if you are out there and you have like God has given you something. This is like during the time, it is all about visibility. It's like
Hmm.
visibility, that is the currency right
Yeah,
now. You cannot
it
have
really is.
fast, but you got to get out there.
Hmm. You are
And that's what I'm
that is so true. So
doing.
true. Where do you get your inspiration and motivation from?
Like right now, my inspiration and motivation is, you remember how you were just saying earlier, it's just like young CeCe has to take care of old CeCe. So that is
Yeah,
why I got to get it done. I
yeah,
just got to get it done. So I'm inspired by that woman,
that woman.
CeCe 5.0, because
Yeah,
I got to get there.
I love that. So would young CC be proud of who she is today?
You know what, Keisha, I think that she would be
Yeah.
this CeCe right here. And I would just say to her, she is healed. She is empowered. She is
Hmm.
a lot fearless than she's ever been, and she is in her wheelhouse, and she does not care what anybody has to say about it.
Hey man, sis, I'm telling you, when you get to that spot right there, stuff just start breaking. I'm telling you, and you just like, oh well, I ain't needed, I guess. I guess I didn't. Right? So, in this season, how do you want to inspire others?
And this season, how do I want to inspire others? So like my biggest thing to you to inspire others, just by like them seeing me being intentional about who I am, and not being not being affected by like what anybody else has to say or do. Being okay with who I am, that's my flaws and all. So like
Yeah.
if anything, if I can just tell anybody anything, you'll see like during this thing, I've stumbled over words. I probably tore up some words. Uh like, but like at the end of the day, it's just like all those imperfections is what makes us, like, that is what makes your brand.
That's right.
That's what makes who you are. And you are branded by God to do certain things. It's just like in this season, if I can inspire you to do anything, it's just like, just be yourself. Do not be,
Mhm.
don't be deterred about what anybody has to say. Because like if these people, a lot of times the they that are in your life is about two or three people.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
like, why don't be toured by that. So like on this time, I'm cheering for you. I'm cheering for you, and then I hope that you're cheering for me too.
I'm gonna end right there because that's the word. Okay. You have been a breath of fresh air and a delight. I thank you for pausing and taking time and reflecting. And I will always feel like you are that role model, that cheerleaders that this younger generation needs.
I,
In a world to where they tell them, look at me, look at what I'm doing. Look at you're telling them, look at you.
look at
Why
you.
not you? Why not you?
That's
Yeah.
right.
So,
That's
CeCe,
right.
thank you for the seeds
That's
that you planted.
it.
Thank you for the lambs that you pulled back home. And I am just so happy to call you friend and to call you sister. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
tonight.
Thank you for this opportunity. I so enjoyed it.
Yes. All right. Well, you have a good evening. Goodbye, everybody. Have an amazing rest of the week.